And so start to deepen your breath and just allow the breath to kind of bring you, it's like an anchor to settle you down here on your mat space. With every out breath, relax your shoulders deeply. The spine long. And then with your next inhale, start to lift your chin up. It's not that you want to throw your head back, but lengthen your throat. Really small movements. And when you breathe out, lower the chin. Just do 2 more like that. Deep, full breath as you move your head up. Get longer in the neck when you go up. Complete out breath when you drop your head. Last one, inhale. And up. Exhale and down. Then look straight ahead and take 3 breaths from side to side. Let's go right first. Inhale, take your chin to your right. Exhale, bring it back to center. Keep going over to your left and center. So that's 1 round. We're going to go 2 more. And move in your own time. We don't want to rush it. Keep growing tall. Notice anything different on the one side, maybe. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And then the next time you go over to your right, stay there and start to move your left collarbone further away from the right shoulder. Really broad on the left side. And come back to center and do that off the other side. Gazing left and pull the right collarbone open. You can now really feel the shoulder blades come alive behind your back. Hold it like that, but look straight ahead. Okay, and the last one is to incline the head, right ear to right shoulder. Tuck the chin in a little bit, so watch for throwing the head back. You want to open up that whole side of the neck, getting into the lymph. Come back to center, go off the other side. Remember, we're just looking for simple movements, mobility. Come back center. Again, keep going. Really feel from the earlobe down. Inhale, center. Changing sides. Again, notice if there's any difference in one side of the neck. And then come back to center. I'm going to move back to my mat. Okay, so we're going to interlace the fingers now and have a full stretch, pushing the palms up towards the ceiling. So let's get stretch it out. You'll go up. You might go a little back with your arms. You can flare out your ribs. But if you're flaring the front ribs, can you flare the side and the back ribs? Keep pushing up, keep getting a little straighter. And then we're folding over the legs. Bring your hands forward. And just ease your way into this. Drop the shoulders. Drop the head. When you drop your head, explore with pulling the chin a little back towards the spine. Just feel for that. So not hanging your head completely, but it's a slight little activation almost in the throat as you allow the whole body to go heavier towards the floor, obeying gravity. Keep relaxing your shoulders. One more breath. And then to come up, wrap your buttocks and round your back and drag your hands all the way to your legs, sit up straight. Last little movement with this right leg in front. Take your left hand to the floor and raise your right arm up. And we're going to do a simple side bend. You can lean into your left hand. Opening up that side body, opening it up. Okay, and then just come up enough to bring your hand to your knee, opposite knee, and take the other one as well. And then this is a simple stretch in the upper back. Lean back on your sit bones, lean back into the space behind you, look down to your elbows, stretch your upper back, and then take a fuller breath, just one breath in and up. Okay, and then come out of that. We'll release the legs and bring the left leg in front. So now interlace your fingers and take them up again. We'll add a little twist. So get that full stretch. Twist over to your right. Split your arms. Let your left hand find your right knee. Right arm is behind you. Sit taller as you look back. And now, can you still broaden the collarbone, especially the one that moves towards the front? So just like you did earlier, looking over the opposite shoulder, get long in your chest, side to side. Come back to center, look straight ahead, and come back to interlacing the fingers, stretch. Take it over to the other side, split, twist from the waist, split your arms. Find your settling in your twist, look over to the back of the room, and then open slowly the opposite shoulder. So the inclination is to bring it forward often, it gets a little tense. Keep spinning your ribs back. Keep growing tall. And then bring your gaze forward and release. Again, arms can come up. It's a preparation for folding over the legs. Let's go forward. So you've got about 4 or 5 breaths here. Folding down, letting gravity take you. Exploring what's going on in the whole back body, the parts that touch the floor and all the way up, right over the head. Some of you might even get the elbows to rest on the floor. Take deeper breaths. Use the breath to get expansive in the body. One more breath. And then to come up, wrap your buttocks. Drag your hands back towards you and sit upright. Changing sides. Bring your right hand to the floor, left arm goes up, and take a side bend. Just spend some time here, pressing the hand on the floor down to get the opposite sit bone down. Open up those ribs. And then come up, let your hand find the opposite knee, cross the other arm in front, and then lean back, round your body. You can stay like this or take another breath, bigger, fuller breath. And breathe out and come out of that. All right, some shoulder loops. So we're going to start to move. You can take off your socks, you can take off your maybe one layer of clothing, and we'll find ourselves sitting with our knees in our chest. So just make sure you're free, especially if you've got something kind of that bunches around your belly. You want as little clothing as you can get in your belly. So take your hands to the backs of the knees or the backs of the legs and sit up tall and bring your feet as close to you as you can get them. Then lift your heels, then lift your feet. Keep holding your legs. So we're going to hold our legs. So the idea is to bring the chest and the ribs forward and the legs back towards the body. Try not to sit back. You want to be up on the sit bones. And then those of you who want to explore lifting the feet, you can explore opening the backs of the legs. Keep holding onto your legs for this round. Keep the collarbones open. And if you want to, some of you might move your hands to your calves. You might go up to your ankles. You might reach for your feet. Keep the chest long. Keep the legs active. Okay, so down dog, sorry about that. Come onto your hands and knees, bring yourselves forward, and let's stretch out the dog. Stretch it out. Let your head be heavy. Feel out your first downward facing dog. You always want to move the shoulders and the hips back, even if the heels are up, even if the knees are bent. One more breath here. And then come down onto your knees and take your right leg back. We're going to go into a side supported plank. So take the right leg back and put the whole foot on the floor. And you'll be on your left hand and you'll raise your right arm up. So let's all meet there. Your left toes are tucked under. You're facing this right side of your mat. And your left hand should be slightly forwards of your shoulder. So whenever you're in a side plank, just check that. And then let's move the arm in a circular direction. It doesn't matter which way you go. And just feel 3 circles, feel into your shoulder. You can go full range, or you can be a little safer in your shoulder if you know that you need to just protect there. Get long arms, stretch the fingers, reverse it. Don't forget about the rest of your body. Straighten that right leg, wrap the right buttock. And then we'll meet with the arm up. And then start to swivel your left foot kind of more to the back so that your shin is at kind of an angle. And then we're going to pick up the right leg. So it'll just give you a little bit more support if your left foot's behind you. And then we're going to bend the raised leg and reach for the foot. So once you've got your foot or your ankle, I want you to kick back into your hand. And that's going to open up the front body. It's going to open up the front shoulder and collarbone. Keep kicking back. Watch for jamming your lower back. You've still got to tuck the pubic bone forward. Maybe you can always go back to that leg being straight. But pretty much everything we do in class is preparing you for something else of a similar opening or movement in the body. So try and stay for just a few breaths when we give you something new. Okay, let's release. The way you come into it, stretch out that leg. Bring it down. Bring your hands to the floor. Go back to squaring off your hips. Tuck your right toes onto the floor. Straight right leg and lift your left knee up to your chest. So you're in a plank, but your knee is pulling in. And stay. Lift the space between the shoulder blades. Lift your knee higher. Straighten your right leg. Feel the space between the shoulder blades open. Okay, bring your knees down. Let's take it to the other side. So the first thing you want to do is bring your right hand forward. Left foot back. You're in the side plank on your right side. Lift your left arm up. And then start to take 3 circles in each direction. So don't get lazy with the lower body. Straight left leg, tucking the tailbone. And instead of just swinging this arm, be really aware of what's going on in the shoulder. We'll meet with the arm up. And we'll take the bottom shin, the right shin, slightly back and raise the left leg up. Try and straighten it, just get a little stretch. Then bend it and look for your foot or your ankle. And then pull that foot away from you. You're straightening out your left arm. There's still this movement of the pubic bone coming towards the chest, but you're opening up the front body at the same time. Kick the foot away from you. Stretch it out. Feel that whole front hip flexor, the quad having a good stretch. Let's go back the way we came. Straighten out your leg. Keep it up. Then bring it down. Bring yourself to the floor. The left toes are on the floor. The right knee comes up. Hold. High plank. Get higher with the space between the shoulder blades. Lift your front ribs up to your back ribs. Lift your front knee up towards you more. Pull your armpits back. Okay, down dog. Stretch it out here. Stretch it out. Such a lovely way to release and get your breath back. And especially to check that the neck is not tense. Just let it all drop down to the floor here. Stretching it out. You're going to stay for 2 more breaths. So remember, bend your knees if you have to, but keep the shoulders moving back. Keep wrapping the upper arms. Okay, we're going to take our first vinyasa. So take your feet a little further back. Rise up on your toes. Tuck your tailbone as you roll forwards, full plank. Your first low plank will be knees on the floor. Don't go down too low. And also don't drop your hips. Then flip your feet, straighten your arms, up dog, open your throat, lift your chin. Go back to a downward facing dog, tuck toes, take it back. We're going to walk our feet halfway down the mat and the hands towards the feet. So we're standing in a forward fold. Your feet are hip distance apart. If you want to take a halfway lift to encourage length in the back, you can. And then we'll hang forward. So your Uttanasana, your forward fold, could be with bent knees. So just check, especially if you have a back issue. Don't force your legs straight. Allow the upper body to just drop down to the floor. But don't get lazy with it. You've still got to plug your shoulder blades in towards the hips in the direction of the sky in this posture. Some of you might have firm legs. You've chosen to straighten the legs, firm them up. If the knees are bent, protecting your back, stay with that. But maybe lift your sit bones up just a little higher and add to the stretch in the backs of the legs. 1 more breath. Let's roll up to standing. Bend your knees. Slowly come up through this lovely rounded shape in the back body. Look straight ahead and make your way to the front of your mat. Bring your hands together, bring your feet together. You're going to start to find a bit of a flow. For now, just find your hands in your heart space. The collarbone's broad. The legs are active. Muscles are pulled up towards the bones, the fronts of the legs, the sides, the back, and grow as tall as you can. Inhale, raise your arms up. Fold in half, exhale. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And fold in half, exhale. Bend your knees and step your right leg back. Drop the knee to the floor and raise your arms up. Keep your back toes tucked under. Keep your belly pulling back. Wrap your right back buttock like crazy. Lean to your left, so drop your left arm as you take a side bend to your left. Come back up. Open up your chest and take your arms back, full circle. So we did one arm at a time, now we're doing both. Just lift your chest. You don't have to go into a massive back bend. Let your hands come all the way to frame your front foot on the floor. High plank to low plank. To up dog, you can have your knees down if you want, and back to downward facing dog. In your down dog, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog, keep your left heel up as well, and then bring your leg down. Do the same on the left side. Left leg goes up, so it's like a scissor stretch. Let your right heel come up, and then bring your foot down. Again with the right leg. But this time, we'll move the knee forward so that you're in that plank again, the knee tucking in. Land the foot between the hands and drop your back knee. Arms are up, inhale. Wrap your left buttock, side bend to your right. Arms come up. Again, lift the chest and open the arms. full circle. Hands will find the floor in front of you. Half standing split prep. Lift the back leg. You're on your fingertips. Your hips are squared off. The back of the head lifts. And then full standing split. Drop your head. Walk your hands closer to your right foot. Look underneath you. Look at your left foot. Straighten that left leg. And then land the foot to meet the right foot. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Forward fold. Breathe out. Stand all the way up. High mountain. Wrap your buttocks. Reach up. Bring your hands into your heart. Close your eyes. Breathing out. Just feel your body. Before we take it again, make sure you got your breath back. You've taken a few deep, full breaths. Let's open the eyes. We'll keep going. Inhale, arms up. Stretch your body. Forward fold, hinge from your hips. Tuck your chin in. Halfway lift, inhale, long body. And fold. It's the left leg that steps back. Bring the back knee to the floor. Same thing, arms go up. Side bend right. Come up. Lift your chest as you open up your arms. All the way back and down to the floor. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Notice how we're going a little slower. Definitely builds strength and keeps you safe. Three-legged dog, left leg goes up. Stretch it out. Bring it to the floor again. Right leg repeats. Goes up. Scissor it up. Bring it to the floor. Repeat. Left leg goes up. Bend your knee. Bring it forward so you're in your one-legged plank. Land the foot between the hands. Drop your back knee. Anjaneyasana. Raise your arm. Side bend left. Drop your left arm. Inhale, come up. A little lift of the chest. Now, some of you might want more of a back bend. You can explore that. Wherever you are, you're going to open the arms as you did before. Bring your hands forward. Okay, we're stepping forward into a half standing split. The right leg goes up. Your fingers under your shoulders. Lift the back of the head. And then full standing split. Drop your head. Come close in towards your leg. Look under you to your right foot. Get your leg higher. Okay, 2 feet together. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Stand all the way up. And those of you who want to add a back bend, make sure your legs are firm, strong, hips come forward. Everybody come up. Hands in the heart space. Take a breath in. Inhale. Full breath out. Exhale. So we'll continue with that. We're just going to change it up a little. Arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Now step your right leg back, but keep the back knee off the floor. Same thing. Arms come up. Bend your back knee as much as you have to. You're welcome to straighten it out as well. Side bend left. Drop your left arm. Come back to center. Lift up your chest. Open up your body, front body, back bend. Work your arms out and down to the floor. High plank. Low plank. Upward dog. Downward dog. Three-legged dog, right leg goes up. We're changing it up. And the knee comes to the nose. Take it back, three-legged dog. To the right upper shoulder. Three-legged dog. To the left shoulder, so twist as you come forward. Three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. We're coming up again. Back knee is bent, but it's off the floor. Raise your arms. Side bend right. And up. Take your little back bend. Open up your arms. Half standing split prep. Come forward, float the back leg up. Inhale. Exhale, full standing split, drop your head. Lower your left foot to meet your right foot, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, raise your arms. Finish with the hands in the heart. Close your eyes. Stand firm, stand strong, but take your deeper breath. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Open the eyes, let's go other side. Inhale, arms up. Fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold. Left leg back, the knee stays up. High crescent lunge, bring your arms up. Side bend right, drop your right arm. Coming up. Find your little back bend or your lift of the chest. Bring your hands to plank, step back. To low plank, don't go too low down. Upward dog, straighten your arms. Downward dog. Three-legged dog, left leg. Bring your knee to your nose. Go back, three-legged dog. Left shoulder. Three-legged dog. Right shoulder, twist. Take it back. Step it forward. High crescent lunge, back knees off the floor. Raise your arms. Side bend left. Coming up. Full opening, add a back bend if you want. Hands will eventually find the floor, but we're coming forward. Half standing split prep, lift your back leg. Full standing split, drop your head. And then step back to a down dog. Take child's pose, bend your knees. Let the knees go a little wider, drop down. Let your sit bones go back towards your feet. So in other words, use your hands in the floor to get the weight back. Deepen your breath. And then when you're ready, start to come up. And we'll be on our hands and knees. Okay, so we're actually going to be working on the forearms next. So let's come down onto the elbows and interlace the fingers. So if you look at your hands, let your left thumb be on top of your right. Okay, and then your right pinky finger has to tuck into your hand so it doesn't get crushed. And then just check that your elbows are no wider than your shoulders. Okay, so we're looking straight ahead between the wrists. Pick your right knee up off the floor and take it out and to the side. Keep the knee bent, but take it up. So notice you want to go over to your left. Try and stay with the weight in between the elbows. And then we're going to straighten that leg out to the side. So kick it out, get it higher. Just one more, a little higher. Keep it up and take it all the way back. Square off your hips, now the leg is straight off behind you. And then put those toes on the floor. It's a straight right leg. And lift your left knee up. So now you're in a forearm plank. Same little plank we did earlier. Stay. Bring your weight more forward, but your knee is up in your chest. So now your eyes should be directly above your thumb. Okay, bring the knees down. Take child's pose. And then while you're in child's pose, change your hands. So now your right thumb is on top and your left pinky is tucking into your hand. Let's come up onto the forearms again. Still on the knees. Okay, pick up your left knee. It stays bent. Take it out to the left. You can flex your foot like a froggy leg. Watch for the weight wanting to go to the right. Stay in your center as much as you can. Now straighten out that leg to the left. Kick your heel away from you. Get the leg higher. My voice gets a little shaky when I teach this. Go a little higher with the leg. Notice any difference in the two legs. One more breath. Stay with me. And then swing the leg back. Keep it up. Square off your hips. Then let those left toes find the floor and pick up your right knee. Pull it into your chest and bring your weight forward so that your eyes are above your thumbs. Keep pushing down with your forearms. Keep lifting the knee up. You can drop your bums a little more. One more breath. And then child's pose, full child's pose. Release your interlace, take it back. Take one more breath. All right. Come up again onto your forearms. So this time, your elbows will be shoulder width apart, but your hands are apart and the hands are flat on the floor. We're going to tuck the toes under and lift your knees. So if you look back at your feet, your head's off the floor, and you can walk your feet slowly a little closer in towards you and just feel how that feels. You're kind of looking to get your heels down to the floor. In other words, you're looking for a nice big stretch in the backs of your legs. So you're going to repeat all of what we just did. Lift your right knee up, take it out to the side, and straighten out your right leg. Kick it out to the side. Kick it out, kick it higher. You'll be amazed how much higher it can go if you just give it some effort. Go higher. Yeah. Swing it back now. Square off your hips. And bring the foot to the other foot. Take a break if you need to by bringing the knees down. Okay, let's go left side. Bend your left leg. Take the knee out to the left. And then straighten that leg. Keep the foot up. Keep the foot active. Watch to go too far to your right. Lift your leg higher. Notice how you're going to wrap around that left hip. And it also releases the left inner thigh. Now take the leg back. Square off your hips. Bring it down. Come down to your knees. Sit back on your heels, but bring your body upright. So you're facing the camera or you're facing straight ahead. Cross your right arm on top of your left. Eagle arm. So we're going to release any tension built up in the neck or the shoulders and just start to melt down. Keep your elbows close to your body and just take it into a gentle rounded shape. If you want a little more, stay rounded like this, but move your elbows a little forward and your hands a little down and drop your head more. You could stay here or move your elbows fractionally forward, the hands a little more down and round more. So feel this, everything should be for you feeling between the shoulder blades and above the shoulders, your upper traps. Then let's come up, release. We'll do the other arm on top, left arm over right. So if you can hook a finger or go back to back in the hands, it doesn't matter. Okay, bring your elbows in close, round down. So this is just you feeling out what feels like a nice counter stretch after doing the forearm work. And you can explore the elbows coming forward. Just be super careful with your shoulders. Don't overdo it. But the more you bring your elbows away from you, the deeper the stretch between the shoulder blades. Keep rounding. Okay, come up and release that. Okay, should be feeling loose again in the upper body. We'll find downward facing dog. Let's go. So at this point, just make sure that you've got a block in front of your mat, your block or your book, that you can reach for it. You may need it, you may not. We're stepping the left foot forwards for triangle. Utthita Trikonasana. Your right heel goes down. Your left leg is straight, your right leg is straight. Lean to your side. So if you're new to the practice, just look down and make sure your left shoulder is in alignment with your left ankle. not forwards of it. And then don't worry about how far down you go. Maybe enough for you to have your hand on your shin or your ankle. Some of you might even take your hand to the floor behind your left foot. Wherever you are, you want to make sure that your left side of your body is long. And then look at your top hand without throwing your head back. Super strong, active legs. Breathe space into the body. If you've chosen a place for your left hand that's not feeling so good anymore, change it up. One more breath here. Okay. Ardha Chandrasana. Bend your left leg. Reach for your block if you want to. Start to walk your hand on the floor under your left shoulder as you float your right leg up. Right arm up, right leg up. So we're going to move into Chapasana. I'm not going to use a block. You guys can. Bend your raised leg. Keep your gaze in one place. You don't have to watch me. And see if you can find your ankle or your foot. So if it's not an option, you can just bend that leg and keep your arm up. If you've got your ankle or your foot, move your foot away from your buttock and open that right shoulder again. So it's a lot on the left leg, I know. You need to bend it, bend it. Keep reaching that foot in the right hand up to the ceiling. Okay, release back to Ardha Chandrasana, so straighten your right leg again. Back the way we came, triangle, keep your right hand up. Just honor that posture. And then bend your left leg, stay down, downward facing dog. Let's go other side. Right leg forward, triangle. Don't rush. If you're going to hurt yourself very often, it's when we go into the posture. So ease your way there. Find your stability. Find your strength. Where's your strength coming from? Legs have to be super strong. Not too much weight on your hands. If the gaze up to the hand is too much, let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. And just feel what's new here. Where is there a new release or a new tightness moving into release? Keep the breath going through the nose. Keep the legs active. Okay. Ardha Chandrasana. Your right hand may or may not find the block. It's on the floor under your right shoulder. Left leg goes up. Find that posture first. Reach up to the ceiling. Start to bend your leg. Move slowly. Maybe you find your foot, maybe you're not. Just a little trick, those of you who are struggling. If you want to look at me, you can come down and look for your ankle here. And then start to work it back. So you may take it in steps. I'm fully aware that not everyone has got open hamstrings or long hamstrings. So if you can hold the ankle somewhere, see if you can find a way just to be in your balance. Very nice. Let's release back. Ardha Chandrasana, straighten that leg up. Through triangle. To the floor, downward facing dog. And take a vinyasa. Rock forwards. To up dog. To down dog. Step your right foot forwards for a wide-legged forward bend. Step it forward, parallel feet, stay low. Take a half lift, forward fold. Let your head move straight down to the floor. Bring your weight a little forwards on the balls of the feet. Keep the shoulders moving away from the floor. Firm up your legs. Take some time here. Notice the legs, they kind of start to get lazy the longer we're here. Keep that going. One more breath. Turn to your right foot to lunge. Take it back to three-legged dog, right leg goes up. Bring your knee to your left, so you're going to twist again, fall in triangle. Get your left heel down, take your foot, your right foot close up to the top of your mat, almost in line with your left hand. And then bring your left arm up, two straight legs, bring your arm over, stretch the side body, lift your hips. And then when you bring your hand to the floor, we're taking that right leg and opening the hips. So the knee goes up to the side, up to the ceiling. Take your weight back into your back foot or your foot that you can see. You might look under your right armpit and open that right hip more. And squeeze behind the right buttock. Don't let your lower back get saggy. Keep wrapping your right buttock. Okay, stay here. We're taking side plank on the left hand into a flip of the dog. So bring your weight forwards into the left hand. Control your right foot on the floor behind you. Right arm comes up, stay in the side bend or take a back bend as you open up your hips. Yeah. Throw your ears back. Open your right shoulder. Right leg is bent. Bend your left leg to come back. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Wide leg is forward bend. Halfway lift. Inhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back. And then fold down. Lift your hands up, but keep your shoulders plugged in. Strong leg. Neck is nice and relaxed. One more breath. Come up to release your hands and place them on the floor. Dandasana to your right. Turn the right toes out. Bend the right knee and walk yourself. Keep your hands down to the right. We're getting a nice stretch in the inner right side. So some of you might stay here. The knee, something might be restricting, and that's fine. If you want to explore going down further, you can. Quite a strong stretch in the inner thighs. Just be super careful here. A little tucking of the tailbone. Some of you might even get your right heel on the floor. I'm still working on that. And then let's go over to the other side. Use your hands as support. The left foot turns out, the left knee goes in the same direction. Don't do anything sudden, just see how it feels in your body. So the more your bums can go back and down, the more weight you can get down into that left foot and the heel might come closer to the floor. There's still a little tucking of the tailbone under you. Okay, good. Let's go once more. Some of you may not use your hands, so you can decide. Don't force it. Once more to the other side. Wobbly. Okay, let's come back to center. Okay, and then we're going to turn to the lunge at the front of the mat. The left foot's in front. Square of your hips. Three-legged dog, left leg goes back. Bring your knee to your right shoulder. Twist, fall in triangle. So bring your foot right up to your right hand. The back heel is down. Raise your right arm. Open up the whole right side of the body. Stretch your arms forwards now in line with your ear. Lift your hip. Work your legs super strong, super active. Yeah, nice. Three-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And just stay here to begin with. Work your shoulders back. Maybe look under your left armpit. Lift your left leg a little higher. And then we're going to find our side plank first. Walk your right hand a little forward. Drop your foot to the floor for your flip of the dog variation of the side plank. And if you want to go full flip of the dog, open that left shoulder. Lift your hips up. Curl your ears back. Open your body. Bend your right leg to come back. Step your left foot forward. Turn to the side of your mat. Stay low. Heel toe your feet in a little closer so that you're in like this horse stance. Feet are slightly turned out, and bring your hands to your inner knees. I'll show you from the side. I'm kind of hanging out here. Okay, we're going to twist out that little back bend. Bring your right shoulder forward and look all the way behind you. So you could keep your body up, or you could lean way forward to the right. You might get something more out of that. Come up to center, other side. So delicious. Let's go once more to each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. Inhale, center. Exhale, change. Okay, come back to center, bring your hands down, spin around to the front of your mat, and step back. And then come onto your knees. They're going to be wide. Okay, and place your toenails on the mat, and your hands will be with your fingers facing your toes, flat on the floor. So you'll feel when you put a little bit of weight in your hands, you can really kind of stick the booty back and open your chest. You can actually kind of like a bit primal, which is exactly what it is. We're going to do lion's breath. So we'll inhale here, and when you breathe out, you're going to stick your tongue out. If you're with each other in the room, it's quite interesting and fun. You're going to stick your tongue out and open your mouth fully. So I'll show you one round. It goes. Okay, let's do it with me. Inhale through your nose, lift your chin. When you breathe out, stick your tongue out and open all the corners of your mouth. Open everything wide. Breathe out. Inhale again, so you've got two more. Don't feel self-conscious. Just get everything out of your body that you need to say to somebody, that you haven't said, that you want to say. Whatever blockages are in your throat, get it out now through these breaths. Try and shift it. Okay. Sit back. Close your eyes. Sit up tall. Okay. Open your eyes. Come to laying on your belly. You can bend your knees. We're moving into a full bow. The body is nice and open. So lift the back of the head up, lift your shoulders up, and reach both your hands back and hold your feet. So I want you to give this 60% of your stretch, okay? I just want you to be here. So go into kicking the feet back. Feel how the kicking of the feet back opens the front body, straightens the arms. Maybe you lift your knees off the floor a little bit, your thighs a little bit. Check that you're still expanding your breath into the floor. So you want to strengthen your back body without overdoing the nervous system. Just be here. This is common in the Kundalini style. They'll ask you to hold this for about a minute or even two. So you find a place where you can be, where you can breathe, where you feel strong, where you trust your body. Burn through the fire. Let's release to the floor. You can rest on your arms. Let go of everything. Surrender completely down. And then start to tuck your toes under. The feet are hip distance apart. Lift your knees off the floor. Reach your arms forward. Just your fingerprints on the floor. Lift your wrists and stretch out your whole body. Push your pelvis down into the floor and a little forward and get long. So just neutralizing the back. And then stay just like that with your lower body, but bring your hands onto your shoulders, move to a low plank, a high plank, downward facing dog. Stretch it up. All right. Bring your knees to the floor. Take your bums over to one side. We're going to come to laying on the back. So I'd like to give you or offer you a shoulder stand. If you're comfortable with the shoulder stand, great, you can work with me. If that's not going to be an option, you can lay on your back with your knees bent and put a block under your hips. So ladies, if you're menstruating or if anyone's got a back or neck issue, you might not want to be doing shoulder stand. It's so nice to have a block under your sacrum. Okay, if you're going to be moving on, take your feet up to the ceiling. Keep committing to looking straight up. And now lift your hips. Pat your hips with your hands. And then we're tucking one shoulder blade under at a time, and we're going to go into plow. So slowly bring your two straight legs down. Keep lifting your chin. Start to look for the floor with your feet. Keep the backs of the legs opening and the sit bones moving straight up. Imagine you've got eyes on your both sit bones. You're looking straight up to the ceiling. So with shoulder stand, each variation is 5 breaths. And as you go into them, you can start your count. One more breath left here. Let's go full shoulder stand, both legs up. Do one at a time or both together. Look at your inner thighs, make sure they spin towards each other. Keep your breath going. Maybe you can come out of it at any time. You're staying for 5 more breaths. Stay with it. Go back to plow. Both your legs over. Control it all the way. Bend your knees either to your forehead or beyond your face. Split your knees. Ear pressure posture. Maybe your feet find the floor. Try and soften, try and relax. Don't let go of your grip on your back. Keep your hands there as support. Okay, straighten out your legs above your face again and start to come down with control. Support yourself. You can either hold the sides of your mat and push your mat forward or hold your back. Once your back's on the floor, let your feet go straight up to the ceiling and then bend them into your chest. You can hug your knees in, close your eyes, and slowly roll your head to the right, to the left. Keep going with that and get your shoulders heavier, more relaxed. Loosening up your neck, rolling side to side. Keep pulling the knees in. Okay, looking back up to the ceiling, happy baby, hold the inside of your feet. The feet are stacked above the knees. Try and get your lower back and that whole sacral plate area down, so get long. Those of you who want to go For more of a stretch, you might move your feet more to the side. You don't have to hold your feet. You could let your elbows rest on the floor and just be there as support with your hands on the outside of the leg. Lengthening your breath. Okay, release that. Bring your knees back into your chest. Little squeeze. And then we're going to settle down into Shavasana. Place your warm things on if you need to. Extend your legs onto the mat. Backs of the hands find the floor. Checking in that you're completely balanced in the center of your mat. Maybe a nice big full breath in and a sigh out will help you to relax a little more. And then scan your body, massage your body with your own awareness from the crown of the head, acknowledging all of the facial features that might still be tense. Let it all go, including the tongue and the bottom jaw. Keep scanning the body, massaging it with your awareness down the backs of the buttocks, back of the legs, the front of the legs, all the way to your toes. And then settle your awareness in your very soft belly. Aware of how it moves with your breath. Now, as you find yourself in stillness, resist any temptation to fidget or scratch or get up. For some people, this is the hardest of all the postures. Keep coming back to focusing on your breath. So if you'd like to stay a little longer, please feel free to stay in Shavasana. You're going to start to move. Start with a deeper breath. And then being mindful as you move your body and come up and find a seat again. Aware of how you move and how you get there. Finding any comfortable seat. Feeling yourself grounded again. Down into the earth. Hands can find the heart space, all 10 fingers to meet. And let's nod the chin down towards the chest as we bow. And we bow in gratitude to this practice. And thank you all for joining. I wish you a pleasant day or the rest of your evening. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you, lovely.